Ever wonder how automotive engineers debug vehicle software for issues that happen thousands of miles away on a real test drive without ever leaving their desks? And more importantly, how do you prove your bug fix actually worked without spending a fortune rerunning that exact same road test? Well, today I'm gonna show you how to trick your vehicle software into thinking it's driving live on the road by capturing and replaying diagnostic logs. This is hands down the most cost effective way to catch anomalies, and by the end of this video, you will be able to set up this entire simulation pipeline yourself. Hey everyone, welcome back. As you know from my last video, this series is all about the parallel development of vehicle software on a simulation platform versus diagnostic tester software. To give you a quick recap of the architecture, the actual vehicle software, which we will call the server from here on out, is running inside a Docker container in the cloud instead of a heavy hypervisor on an actual car. Meanwhile, our diagnostic tester, the client, is running locally on our host machine. The host connects to the server remotely using wireless Ethernet. The client sends diagnostic command requests to the server, making this a perfect example of diagnostic over Internet Protocol or DOIP. Once the server gets those requests, it authenticates them, runs the execution, builds the response, and sends it right back to the client. If you want, the client can also log this entire back and forth communication. In today's video, we are going to look at how to capture that log and replay it on the server. This essentially tricks the server into thinking it's running live on a real vehicle out on the road. By running an existing test drive log against a brand new software version, you can recreate specific failure scenarios and compare how the new code behaves against the old code. Honestly, it's the most cost-effective way to track down and fix software bugs reported from actual field testing. Let's jump right into the terminal and look at how to do this. First up, let's run the server on our local host. When you do this, you don't need to pass the --address IP argument or specify an IP address. It defaults to 127.0.0.1. This means the client will automatically connect to the server running right on your host machine. Now, what if we want to connect to a server running on a specific IP, like inside a Docker container? Easy. Just spin up the server in Docker, grab its IP address and pass it in using the --address IP argument when you launch the client. For this step, we are going to run an older version of the server in Docker container that still has a known bug in it. We will connect to the server remotely using the client running on our local host. When firing up the client, make sure you point it to the correct Docker server IP and append the --file out argument followed by your output log file name. In this mode, we will type our command requests manually using the keyboard and everything gets saved directly to a log file. Just a heads up, while it's saving to the file, It will also print out live on your screen. Let's type through our test case sequence now and log it. Alright, now that the test case is done, let's open up that log file on the screen. Looks like the output log was successfully created. So far so good. Now for the cool part, let's take that log file we just created, feed it in as an input and record a brand new log file. This time, we are running a newer version of the server where the bug has already been fixed. To do this, we will run the client binary and pass the arguments like this. And there it goes. The replay is done and our new output log file is generated. Let's dump the contents of this new log onto the screen to see what we got. Just a heads up, replaying a field log from an actual test drive is way faster than manually typing out every single service request command on your keyboard. So now we have two separate log files for the exact same test case but executed across two different versions of the server. If we do a quick side-by-side comparison, you can clearly see that the software bug has been completely resolved in the latest server release. To wrap things up, here is what we covered today. By default, the client connects straight to the local host if you don't specify an IP address. You can manually type in commands and record them to a log file using the -- file output flag, that is, just leave out the -- file input flag. Finally, you can take those old log files, replay them using -- file input on newer software versions and compare the logs to verify your bug fixes.